The cement mixer horror. On September 3, 2025, Edgar Earl Davis IV, a 29-year-old construction worker in Trussville, Alabama, was performing maintenance inside a giant cement mixer at Infinite Precast. The drum loomed over him, steel walls streaked with hardened gray concrete. Davis carefully scraped away the buildup, methodical and focused, unaware of the coworker outside. The coworker, thinking the machine was off, flicked the switch. Instantly, the drum roared to life. The massive blades churned violently, smashing into the cement and trapping Davis in the narrow interior. His arms and legs were caught, pinned against spinning metal. Davis screamed, pounding on the walls, but the concrete dust and whirring blades swallowed the sound. Outside, co-workers realized the machine was active and tried to stop it, frantically pulling switches and pulling cords. Minutes felt like hours as the drum ground relentlessly. When the machine finally stopped, Davis lay motionless, crushed inside the drum. Emergency responders arrived quickly, but the twisted metal and concrete shards left no chance for survival, marking the horrific scene of a life lost in seconds. The asphalt death. In July 2017, road construction was underway on a scorching summer morning in Phoenix, Arizona. Temperatures exceeded 110 degrees, and molten asphalt poured from the paver black and viscous. 28-year-old Javier Morales was guiding the flow, ensuring the surface was smooth. He stepped carefully along a metal ramp, but a sudden misstep sent him slipping. In an instant, he fell into the boiling asphalt. The material clung to his clothes and skin, searing instantly. Morales screamed as the sticky black substance covered his arms and legs. Co-workers rushed forward, waving tools and shovels to try to pull him free, but the asphalt's heat forced them back. Each second worsened his injuries, the molten material burning through clothing and skin. Emergency responders arrived, carefully scooping him from the black mass, but Morales had suffered fatal injuries from severe burns. His body was quickly removed, leaving the road behind as if nothing had happened, except for the scorched imprint of one of the most horrifying accidents imaginable. The tower crane collapse. In March 2014, 42-year-old Daniel Harper was guiding a load atop a partially built skyscraper in downtown Seattle. Gusts of wind whipped across the steel frame, making cranes sway and hoists creak. Harper carefully monitored the cable of a tower crane as it lifted a massive steel beam into place. A sudden gust pushed the load wildly to the side. The crane operator tried to stabilize it, but the beam slipped from its harness. Harper froze, eyes wide, before the steel swung toward him. He tried to jump clear, but the massive metal struck him, slamming him against the building's frame. He lost balance and fell several stories, hitting the concrete below with a sickening impact. Co-workers screamed, rushing to the edge, but there was nothing they could do. Emergency crews arrived within minutes, lifting him carefully, but Harper was pronounced dead on the spot. The beam lay motionless on the frame, a grim reminder of how quickly a single gust can turn a routine task into a catastrophe. The man buried alive in cement. In 2019, a high-rise construction site in downtown Chicago was alive with activity. 34-year-old Michael Reynolds was assigned to pour and smooth fresh concrete into a massive foundation vat. Carefully, he stepped onto a narrow platform over the wet mixture, harness fastened. One slip sent him toppling forward into the thick gray cement. He struggled to lift himself, but every movement sank him deeper. Co-workers shouted, grabbed ropes, and tried to pull him free, but the cement resisted, enveloping him like quicksand. Reynolds' head surfaced briefly, eyes wide, before the dense mixture swallowed him completely. Emergency crews arrived and began digging, but the cement was already beginning to set, trapping him further. Minutes later, it had hardened around him. His body was encased, immovable, leaving the crew stunned and frantic as they tried every tool at hand. The vat, meant to become the building's foundation, had turned into an unyielding tomb in seconds. The hydraulic press accident. On June 20, 2016, at Core Molding Technologies in Columbus, Ohio, 60-year-old Timothy Underwood was performing maintenance on a hydraulic press. He leaned inside, checking components, confident the power was off. A coworker, unaware of his presence, accidentally reactivated the machine. The press descended instantly, compressing Underwood under thousands of pounds of force. The metal crushed him with brutal precision. The sound of the machine's crushing echoed across the workshop, followed by stunned silence. Workers rushed to hit the emergency stop, but seconds had already determined the outcome. Emergency responders arrived, but Underwood had suffered fatal injuries. The press, designed to shape metal, had become a lethal trap in the blink of an eye. The Rebar Impalement. In Alberta, Canada in 2018, 37-year-old Liam O'Connor was erecting a concrete wall on a cold November morning. Frost coated the platforms and tools clattered underfoot. He stepped backward to adjust a beam, unaware of a bundle of upright rebar behind him. A misstep sent him falling backward, and one steel rod drove directly into his torso, pinning him upright. Co-workers shouted, rushed to stabilize him, and tried to remove the rod, but it was embedded deep in the concrete slab. Emergency crews arrived and carefully cut the rebar to safely move him, but O'Connor had already suffered fatal injuries. His body remained suspended for several tense moments before being freed, leaving the crew in shock at the instant brutality of the accident.